Welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. Hope everybody's all well and good on this glorious day. Right then, guys, so we are still up in the jungle in rural Thailand. Slurping my tea there, and yeah, just at home really, guys. See there's a boy in the back been doing his school homework. The wife's out there. And we've got the flip-flop builders working out the back of the kitchen. There we go, guys. New kitchen being put in there. We will do a video on that, separate video on that. I do make a video later on in the day, but this particular video is part 2, as a head of state, part 2 of living in rural Thailand. Is it a good idea? Is it not? It's definitely not for everyone, so you have to certainly think in your mind whether it's whether this is actually going to suit your lifestyle. That's for sure. Some people who are normally sort of down in those tourist traps, guys, find it difficult to pull away from that. But for myself personally, I don't have an issue with it. Living in rural Thailand, my circumstances slightly different. Got a young son who's he's in school in Thailand, in kind of a private, semi-private sort of school up here in Thailand. So he needs that, and he's into his football, and he plays for a local football team, etc. And our daughter's coming over from the UK. In about a month's time, so she's going to be doing some college at an international college, and so our personal circumstance as a family, the wife and I and 2 children. The wife's been in England for a good number of years, 13 years. So there came a time when she decided that it's time to head back home, and we thought we would do it last year, because it was important for our boy to get into the schooling as quickly as possible, because as obviously the older he gets and the more difficult it is for him to integrate. So it's panned out well for him, and it's panned out well for my wife, because she's got back home again. So that's all good. But living in rural Thailand, as I said, guys, it does come with very different type of living that you've got to be able to deal with. Generally, it is a lot quieter than, let's say, your Phukets, your Pattys and Bangkok, of course, but all the big cities here, Khon Kaen, Udon, etc., Nakhon Ratchasima, Burung, they do have their, there are parts of the town that it's got a bit of nightlife for people, but it generally, bare of the foreigner bars, it's generally revolved around for Thai entertainment, as it were. Like where there's an area near where we live, there's a big disco, speed disco, and it's all like a complex and everything. So it's there's that, but that's mainly for Thai people. But there are foreign bars here run by foreigners. A couple of them are actually run by Thais, actually, but they're sort of just advertising as targeting the foreigners, aliens, Farangas, we're known to come to the town. So if you want to drink foreign beer, eat European food, etc., then they're the places that you head to. To be fair, the wife and I generally, we don't normally go to those places. In fact, in the last 12 months, I could probably count on one hand how many times we've actually been there. We generally stick with either eating in the Thai bars. There's certain places that we like, buffet style food, eating in the shopping centres, in the food courts. We don't really, actually, to be fair, eat too much of the street food. where we are when we go to Bangkok, when we have our trips down to Bangkok, we do more there. But as you probably know, a lot of people know that even down in Bangkok now that all the street vendors have been moved away, all the street sellers and everything. So even down there now, the outside food is more revolved around the markets. And that's the same here in rural Thailand. If you want to get all your foods, there's a number of your street food, I should say. You'll go to head to the markets. That's where you're gonna find all that kind of thing, if that's what you're into. But if you're looking for eating maybe something, one of the chains like your MKs, etc., or pizza company, whatever it is you're looking for, there are all the big name chains in most of the big cities and in the towns, in the shopping malls, etc. So that's everything is available here. So you can get all these things in rural Thailand. For us personally, we did, when we first came, we were staying outside the main town. We were staying outside, but that was only for a short period of time. Just for us to come in, get settled, and work out what we were going to do, where we want to stay, and that was local MIT. And now we've headed up into the town because it makes sense. One, because we're in and out every day. The boy's got his school, the boy's got his football. Our daughter's coming, as I said, so we need to be central. But for some people, what they don't want to do, some like it, some don't like it, is to be living out in the sticks, in the villages, with their Thai wife's family. And I totally understand that. Why possibly that they're not going to be settled there. The cultural difference is huge. Very, very different. You're very secluded. You're away from everything. You possibly maybe not be any other foreigners around that you can connect with. Where my wife's parents are, there are a couple of foreigners there, but it seems to be that everybody keeps themselves to themselves. And when you want to go out, you're in and out, maybe 15 kilometres into the town, 15 kilometres back. So if you're going in and out, that's 30 kilometres. So for us, we were in and out like headless chickens. It was ridiculous. It just wasn't, on a long-term basis, it wasn't going to work out for us. It's okay short-term, that's not a problem, but for long-term, no, it's definitely not. It's got to work out. And then you've got to work out, if you're going to move and live into the village, you're going to be connecting with other people in the village. You're going to be living on top of them. It's whether you can handle that. There's not so much privacy. So that can be a bit tricky. And then you've got the loudspeakers as well. And if you're living right out in the village where they've got loudspeakers going off all day, early in the morning and everything, you'll find all the farmers and everything, they're out and about early, screaming, shouting, lots of noise all day long. So, but if you're used to that and you can put up with that, that's absolutely perfect. Then it's not a problem. But you have to accept that if you're living in the village, then you're going to have to kind of abide by how they live, and you're going to have to make some sacrifices with that, and having to do things their way rather than your way, and that can be long term, can be tricky. For me, I didn't have a problem with it short term, but I think long term, no, it definitely wasn't going to be right for me. And I think my wife as well, she admitted herself that she doesn't think long term it was going to be best for all of us as a family. As a family of four, we didn't think it was going to be, it wasn't going to be the way forward for us. So yes, there's a lot of things you've got a lot of things to think about, guys. If you're coming to rural Thailand, there's also some people won't want you there. That's for sure. People might not so much wanting foreigners to live out in the sticks. They love it when you go there to visit, of course, but when you're living there permanently, a little bit of a raised eyebrow for foreigners to live there. I was speaking with one of the guys. He's a Norwegian guy, lives just there. He was living down the road. He's lived there for a number of years, and he was saying, it can be tricky with this and that. So he's actually built brick fencing round his house now, just to just for his own privacy and to shut certain things out. So I do understand that, guys, why that is. But I mean, he enjoys it. He enjoys being out there while he's in his house, and I suppose it just controls him. He goes out a couple of times a month, he says, out to meet some people, meet some friends, but he's quite happy and quite chilled to be at home. So it just depends on where you are, guys, where you are in your life, as it were, what you want to do. If you're still out there, want to go to the bars, you want to do this and you want to do that, then maybe Royal Thailand is not for you. If you're feeling, no, I've been there, done that, worn t-shirt, and you're thinking, I'm quite happy now just to be chilled, laid back, keep a low key, as it were, and just spend family time, being out, just when you need to, literally a very surprised I'd say, a chill, laid back lifestyle. If you're ready for that, then Royal Thailand could be well for you. But you'll find once you're where you've decided to stay, let's say you're in Khon Kaen or you're in Buriram, then you're accessible within a couple of hours drive. You can get to other places. You can stay in cheap hotels, like they have the Hop Inn, that's very cheap, less than 1,000 baht, about 850 baht a night, £20 English. You can go and rent and go somewhere for the weekend. You've got the airport as well. Most of the big places, airport, you can fly down to Bangkok, etc. So you've got that as well. So it's definitely worth it for that point of view. And also you can if you're looking to rent, you can rent property a lot cheaper up here. You can buy property a lot cheaper. So there are lots of positives. But there will be definitely big things that you'll have to overcome and be happy with the changes and be ready. That's for sure. But actually living in Royal Thailand can be a very satisfying lifestyle, very laid back, stress-free lifestyle. That's the thing. And yeah, that's generally my opinion, guys, on moving to Royal Thailand. But the main thing is you've got to be ready. You've got to be ready for it, and accept there's going to be huge changes. Right, you guys, I'm going to clock off now. I've just put in this video up and follow up for the last one. So hopefully this video has helped you and made things clear in your mind if you're in that position, been thinking about it. Right then, guys, so you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the notification button, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, because we're putting lots of videos on in the coming weeks, and we've got a trip down to Bangkok, down to the coast in a few weeks' time. So we look forward to that. But in between that, we'll be putting lots of videos in for you. Okay, guys, keep the faith, keep smiling, and see you on the next one. Take care now. All the best.